What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Faith No More. Yes, indeed. Faith No More fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Mass Attack 27, and this is actually one of Mass Attack 27's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Mass Attack. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Mass Attack wanted to see me react to these. Oh, there's 2 songs. Yeah, so it's a twofer. It is a twofer, right? Yeah, it's a twofer. So that means we got to double up on that.
Double up.
There we go. All right, so we are going to be checking out Faith No More, Easy, and The Gentle Art of Making Enemies. Oh boy, I'm really good at that apparently. Okay, have I heard either one of these songs before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, neither one of these songs resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard these songs in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the songs and I suddenly go, okay, yeah, I recognize the song now, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by the Punkada 1977, sure. And the video has 6,672 views. It's not going to get you there. Sorry. No, look, I'm sure the video's fine, okay? I'm sure it's fine. I'm just saying, 6,672 views, it's not going to get you there. So, that's all. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Faith No More, Easy, and The Gentle Art of Making Enemies. No SW, Paulinia, SP, a bunch of numbers, 14, 11, 20. Okay, November 14th, 2011, maybe? I don't know. That'd be my guess. Alright, let's do this!
Alright, boy, let's do this!
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see your bag stolen and borrowed. Whoa. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Okay, something is screaming at me right now that I've heard this song before. I don't know if it was, but here's the thing. I don't think it was Faith No More, though. It might have been, though. I don't know, but, like, I've heard that line before. I know I've heard that line before. I just don't know where, and I don't know who it was. I get the feeling it was not Faith No More, though. I get the feeling this is a cover. Easy like Sunday morning. That sounds really familiar to me. Like, I know I've heard that before, but I don't think it was Faith No More. I'm almost positive this is a cover. Okay, well, we can keep going on that. I mean, it is a cover, so I think it's a cover. Look, watch in the comments, they're going to tell me, no, that's an original. And he'd be like, oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. That's the risk I run. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll the dice to say that this is a cover. We're just going to go with it. Let's keep going here.
So high, I wanna be free to know the things I do alright. I wanna be free, just me. Oh, baby.
The guitar solo was nice. I dug the guitar solo, but more impressive to me was the drumming. He had some really nice fills in there, but they were subtle. You know, it wasn't like, all eyes on me while I bang out this amazing fill. No, they were nice fills. They were very tastefully done, but they didn't draw attention away from the guitar solo to do it. They did the job. They did what they were supposed to do. And just as quickly as they entered, they exited as well. So really nice job on the drummer's part to fill in the gaps, fill in the dead space behind the solo without detracting from the solo. So really nice job on the drummer's part. Really nice job. Let's keep going here. See what I mean?
Canta Paulinha, music like Sunday morning. Yeah, yeah. Swami.
Great vibrato. Pause. I gotta show that again. No, I don't care. Hey, look, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. Look. You talk about a closed case, like close the book on this case. I'm talking about a great depiction, a great example of proper vibrato. This is what I'm talking about. He's not doing vibrato from the throat like so many other vocalists do. He's doing it the way it should be done, from the diaphragm, and you can hear it. You can absolutely hear it. I love it. This is what proper vibrato should sound like. One more time. Here it comes. Man. Music like something more. I'm guessing we're going into the second song here. All right, let me back up a little bit. All right, like I said, I'm almost positive this is a cover. I'm like 95% positive that was a cover. And I'm 100% sure I've heard that line, that easy on Sunday morning. I am 100% sure I've heard that line. Now, ask me where I heard it, I couldn't tell you. Ask me how long ago it was, I couldn't tell you. But I'm telling you that when I heard that line, all the lights came on in my head. And they were like, wait, hold on. We know this. So I just want to be honest with you guys. I want to be as transparent with you as I possibly can be. Have I heard the song before? I know I have, but I don't know where, when, or who it was. And I'm almost positive it was not Faith No More. So, like I said, I've always prided myself on being honest with you guys and being honest on the channel. So, just being honest with you here, okay? All right, next song. Let's see if I've heard this one before. The Gentle Art of Making Enemies. I'm very good at doing that on the channel. People don't like hearing other people's opinions when they don't match up with their own. I knew that. Here's the thing. I started the channel and I knew that going in. But it never ceases to amaze me how butthurt people can get just because I voice my opinion and it's not the same as theirs. You know what I mean? Or even better, when the fanboys come out of the woodwork and I don't give their favorite band a 10. I give it like a 9 point. I have seriously given an artist like a 9.2 or a 9.3, and the fanboys still slam me for not giving this a 10 because it deserves a 10. Everything they do deserves a 10.
I respectfully disagree.
If every single song was a 10, then how in the world would you differentiate from song to song and say which one's better? Not every song can be a 10. There's going to be songs that are stronger than others. So you're going to give those weaker songs a 10 the same as you would give their stronger songs? Come on. Come on. Really? Really? I don't think so. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the song here.
Are so familiar. Same breaks, same mistakes. It doesn't have to be like this. Make a friend now. One might make use of the gentle arts of making enemies. Well, don't you look so surprised? Happy birthday, you fucker! We gotta catch you! Catch you! Doesn't get up because you are. Doesn't get up because you are. Yes, the reasons of that you are. And on your knees, just one more skill. I wanna hear your very best skill. Your days finally come. So wear the hat and do the dance and let the suit keep wearing you.
Mike, what are you doing to that poor camera? Okay, look. It's fun. It's fun. I guarantee you it's fun. It's fun for the crowd to watch him doing this. It's fun for us as viewers watching him do this. But I guarantee you right now, that cameraman is going, would you please just let me do my job before I get fired? You know? And the production truck is going, what the hell's going on? You know? But look, in the end, it's a good time, okay? It's a good time. Mike's obviously having a good time doing it. The crowd's watching him do it, and they're having a blast. And those of us watching the video are having fun watching him do it, too. So, in the end, that's what really matters. Yeah, I'm sure the production truck is absolutely, you know, ready to have kittens. And this poor cameraman is probably fearing for his employment right now. But I'm sure in the end, everything's going to work out, okay? I'm digging the groove on the song. I'm digging the feel on the song. The speed's good. The energy's good. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Let's keep going here.
See you just sit and take it. and you will like it. It's the gentle art of making enemies. Well, I deserve a reward, 'cause I'm the best fuck that you ever had. I never tried it, no, oh, you may never see the light again. That's the way an easy way out.
Cameraman filming the cameraman.
There's something what you come out. You just anywhere you know. And it is just one more.
Oh, the
You
great.
put up a hell of a fight. You put up a hell of a fight. I wanna hear your battle skills. I never bother much alive. I never bother much alive.
That is a long cable. I feel so bad for the band right now. They better be locked in, like they. Okay, so the bassist, the guitarist, the drummer, and the keyboardist right now have got to be looking at each other like we had better stay rock solid, because the farther Mike Patton gets from the band, the more of a sound delay there is, and I don't see in-ears in Mike's ears, so he's going completely on FOH right now sound, which the farther he gets from the stage, the longer the delay is going to be. And you're starting to hear it. You're already starting, when his vocals were going, you could already hear it. He was like about a quarter of a second to about a half a second, somewhere in there, behind the band. And that's because of that delay in time. So, oh man, the band right now is hearing him coming through the monitors, though, live, you know, right up to speed with them, but delayed, obviously, because, you know, he's, how should I explain this? What he sings in the mic is going almost instantaneously to the speaker, so there's no delay there. So they're hearing him a quarter of a second behind them. So they've got to stay locked in with each other. I do believe the drummer has monitors in his ears, either for a click, which more than likely is the case. So everyone's going to kind of have to rely on the drummer right now to stay together. Whew. Sad thing is, I know how rough that is. I've been in that position. It's not fun. Let me just put it to you that way. It's not fun, because no matter what you do as a band, no matter how tight you are as a band, and no matter how well the band stays together, it's going to be off, because the lead vocalist is doing what he can do best, which is, you know, singing with what he hears. But what he hears is being delayed. So the only fix to that is to get these. These are lifesavers. In a situation like this, especially, these could have made a huge difference. So it's a bummer. All right, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. We'll talk about everything. Wow. Okay. There's a lot to think about here. Let me gather my thoughts. I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Faith No More with Easy and The Gentle Art of Making Enemies. This was a request from Mass Attack 27, and this was actually one of Mass Attack 27's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Mass Attack. I hope you enjoyed the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep. 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first. Number one, this is a combined score. Whenever you guys do give me these twofers, you guys run a risk, and the risk is this. I may like one of the songs a lot, and the other song I may have been like, it was okay. And whenever that happens, I have to take those 2 songs and average out the scores. So this is one of those scenarios. So please keep that in mind. Whenever you give me these twofers, it's going to be rough because there's, I don't know if it's always going to happen, but there's a very good possibility that I'm going to really enjoy one of the songs and the other song I may not enjoy that much. So it's going to bring the total score down. So please keep that in mind. The other thing I need to mention is the first song, Easy. I don't know if that is an original from Faith No More. I'm like 95% sure it's not, because I'm like 100% sure that I have heard this before. Okay, so, I had to take that into account, obviously. Now, how much did I take that into account? Well, I don't know who the original artist is. I don't know where I heard the song before. I've heard it in passing. I know I've heard it in passing, but I don't know where. I don't know if it was on a radio station. I don't know if it was at a concert. I don't know if it was at a sporting event. I don't know if it was from a movie or a TV show. I don't know. All I know is that that whole line of easy as Sunday morning, I know I've heard that line before. I don't know where. So, is it a cover? I don't know. I'm like 95% sure it is. All I can say is I am 100% sure I've heard that line. So, how do I grade that? I'm going to grade it as a cover because, like I said, I don't believe this is an original, and while I know I've heard that line before, I don't know if I've heard the entire song before. So, that doesn't resonate with me, but that line did. So, I'm taking everything into account here as best I can. Now, how did I come up with the 8.1? It's actually pretty simple. It's simple math, okay? So, the first song, Easy, I would give that, honestly, about a 7.5, okay? So, it was good. It was really good. It was a really good song. Obviously, it's a cover. I believe it's a cover. It wasn't all that terribly impressive of a song. It's a well-done song. It's a very well-done song. It's got a nice groove to it. It feels good. Is it up my alley? I wouldn't go that far. But there were some good things happening in there. The drum fills, I think, were the most impressive thing to me, besides Mike Pretton's vibrato. His vibrato, man, you talk about a textbook example of what vibrato should be. There you go. From the diaphragm, not from here. I love it when vocalists go, oh, I have fantastic vibrato. I have perfect vibrato. And they do it from here. And I'm just shaking my head going, no. You're pitchy as hell, for starters. Whenever you do vibrato from your throat, it's going to be pitchy. Your pitch is actually shifting. Whereas when you're doing it from your diaphragm, it's not your pitch. It's your projection. It's your power. It's your output that's being affected. So I love it when vocalists say that to me. I have perfect vibrato, and they do it from here, and I'm just shaking my head. Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, no, I love the vibrato on his part. Good power, good projection on Mike Patton's part. I loved the differentials in his voice inflections when he was able to, go soft. And I'm not talking about dynamics. Dynamics, too. Don't get me wrong. He had great dynamics as well. But I'm talking about his approach to his projection and his consonant formation and his vowel formation. His actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Not dialect. His actual, not dictation. What's the word I'm looking for? And it doesn't matter. How he's got his voice to sound, basically. He had some great differentials in there, which was really nice. It didn't sound mundane. It didn't sound the same the whole time. Very Mike Patton-ish. I mean, he's known for this, but this was just a really good example of how good he is at it. Never going too far out of the way either. Never going too crazy with the voice, which was really nice. And then, like I said, the drumming on this was phenomenal. Really nice drumming on the drummer's part. Everybody else did a really nice job. Okay, a really nice job. The song sounded really good. So that's why it's getting a 7.5, which is really good. Now, how do we get to the 8.1? The other song, Easy and not Easy. The Gentle Art of Making Enemies. I would give that song like an 8.7. That was a great song, man. I loved that song. Had everything I like. Great intensity, great energy, great feel, great vibe. The instrumentation, very guitar driven, which I really dug. You could hear the bass thumping on this. I love his bass tone. I really do. I know I've said that a bunch of times in other Faith No More songs I've done. I can't help it. I'm a bass player. Sue me. I love his tone. I really do. I would love to be able to emulate his tone. His bass tone and the bass player from Tool, and there was another bassist. I forgot who it was. But there's a few bassists whose tones I would love to be able to emulate. I got to figure it out. I got my SansAmp. And I got to figure out how to emulate those tones and get those tones because, man, they are profound. I love it. And pronounced. I love it. The drumming on that, a little more, I wouldn't say subdued, but a little more in the background on this one. Although I will say there were a number of times where he did come forward and it almost sounded like he went into 3. But all it was an accent on 4 to make it sound like it was 1 instead of 4, but then he continued on and then reestablished actual 1 on the next beat. So it was kind of like that little like what happened there? Oh, okay, never mind, we're good. That kind of thing. It happened a few times and it was really kind of cool. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it was smart, but it was well done and it did the job. It got your attention. It was definitely an attention getter. Let's see what else. The guitar solo, like I said, really well done on this. Mike Patton on this. I've already gone over what he did vocally. It pretty much take what I said about the first song and copy and paste to this song, but to a bigger extent. You know what I mean? Really nice done. Nicely done job on his part. Again, great voice inflections. Singing in pitch, singing in key was all there. Great power, great projection. Now, what I really dug more than anything else about the second one was watching the antics. Now, I know a lot of people are like, it's cheap, it's silly. I respectfully disagree. It got your attention, didn't it? Yes, it did. Where were you looking? What were you looking at? What were you watching? You were watching him. Even if you were there in the crowd, what were you watching? Were you watching the guitar player? Nope. Were you watching the bass player? Nope. Were you watching the keyboard player? Nope. Were you watching the drummer? Nope. Were you watching Mike Patton mess around with the camera? You better believe it. Why? Because it's fun. Not only is it fun, it's movement, it's motion. And as I have always said, we are predators. Our eyes instinctually are attracted to movement and motion. And whenever you have that, you can't help it. Your eyes are going to go, what? Right to where the motion is happening, right to where the movement is happening. You don't have a choice. It's animal instinct. So he went over there and started messing around with the camera. Now, like I said, I'm sure that cameraman was probably worrying about his job status, and the production truck was probably ready to have an absolute conniption because they're sitting here going, what's happening? What's going on? Is this part of the show? Is this planned? I very seriously thought it was because it looked chaotic, but it was fun chaos. You know what I mean? It was cool to see that happen, and Mike took control. Now, should Mike ever be a cameraman? No. Mike, stick to your day job. Stick to your day job as a vocalist, please, because your camera angles were terrible. The only time the camera angle really looked good is when it was able to swivel it around and face the crowd, and then it looked pretty decent. But other than that, he was getting a lot of like light shots and everything like that, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, that's terrible. But it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. And on top of that, the song was grooving, man. I dug the song itself. It felt good. It sounded good. It had great energy. I loved everything about it. So that's why I'm giving that the 8.7. Now, here's where the math comes into play, right? So you have a 7.5. You have an 8.7, right? You combine the two. What do you get? You get 16.2, I think. Is that right? Yeah, you get 16.2. Cut that in half. Average, right? What do you get? You get an 8.1. And that's where we're at, is the 8.1. Like I said at the beginning, whenever you guys give me these two first, there is this chance, there is this risk of having me really enjoy one song, and then the other song is kind of like, yeah, here. So, I mean, you're like about here, right? So you have to average it out. And unfortunately, that means taking this song that had an excellent score and bringing it down while raising up the other score to about here, where you have the average score, which is what this is. It's an 8.1. It's an average between a 7.5 and 8.7. So there you go. 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you want to join the fan base, you can hit the button down there. If you want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you want to click the bell, go ahead and click the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me, but if you want to do these things, you are more than welcome to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.